Iwanan lahat ng iyong all-time hits. Ang tanging huntahan ng Masang Ngamaw. #1 sa Mega Manila, nationwide pa. Broadcasting from TGON, TVH Group of Networks. Dito lang sa inyong iisang himpilan. You are listening to Cool FM. Live from Cool Studios. This is koolNews at 6.
Good evening and welcome to koolNews at 6. I'm Carlo. A consumer lawyer criticized the Malampaya Consortium for seeking a temporary restraining order from the Taguig Regional Trial Court on the 600 megawatts and 400 megawatts competitive selection process of tomorrow. In a statement on Saturday, lawyer Paris Real said that only the Energy Regulatory Commission has the authority to address issues. It was clearly established from the hearing that to its team members and stakeholders for the resilience and adaptability they showed in the interest of public service. We are all working towards the same goal, to be able to continuously serve and deliver our service obligations while pursuing our commitment to innovation, customer service, and sustainability. Despite challenges, I am confident that we can push further with everyone's support, said Fatima Fernandez, Operations Manager of Tangum Water. Trade and Industry Secretary Cristina Aldequer Roque on Saturday bared her 5-point plan for micro, small, and medium enterprises and underscored the need to support and strengthen the business sector in the country. We need to put effort to be able to level up this business sector, and we should be able to find a way for them to earn or to generate income, because once they generate income, it's an instant you see generation of income. If we push the MSME sector, we will be able to generate jobs instantaneously, and we will be able to generate income instantaneously, said Roque in the Saturday News Poll. According to DTI Small Now getting into the top headlines, as inflation likely circulated in July on more expensive food and utilities, but is expected to stay within the government target of 2 to 4%. In the quarter poll of 11 economists yielded an average inflation forecast of 4% in July, faster than the previous month's 3.7% print, but still lower compared to the 4.7% seen last year. The median projection matches the lower end of the 4 to 4.8% forecast of the Banco Central ng Pilipinas. If realized, inflation would fall within the target range for the 8th straight month, bolstering the case for a rate cut. The Philippine Statistics Authority is set to release inflation data on August 6. HSBC economist Aris Dagtanay, however, penciled in a 4.28% inflation forecast for July as he sees higher food prices and logistical costs due to the impact of Super Typhoon Karina, which hit the country last month. He added that despite the recent cut in rice rates, retail rice prices haven't fallen just yet, as retailers are still finishing the inventories of rice that were previously bought at high price. Latest government data showed that the typhoon and the intensified monsoon rains in late July had destroyed 1.1 billion pesos worth of farm products, with the rice sector suffering the most. Nicolas Antonio Mapa, Chief Economics at Metropolitan Bank and Trust Co., meanwhile projecting inflation in July at 3.8% as he expects reduced risk from El Nino and better supply conditions due to government actions should help control price. The combination of lowered rice prices and favorable faith-based effects could push inflation toward the lower end of the central bank's target range, Mapa said in a Wealth Insights report. For Robert Dan Roses, Chief Economics at Security Bank, inflation for July is a temporary overshoot as driven by more expensive electricity price, agricultural products, and fuel. Roses placed his projection at 4.2%, but expects the figure to return to target in August due to favorable base effects. Manila Electrico last month increased electricity rates by 2 pesos per kilowatt hour to 11.6012 pesos per kilowatt hour. Meanwhile, Finance Secretary Ralph Recto said that inflation in July was expected to accelerate but will settle within the target. Coming from a low base, the inflation will be higher but still within target for the entire year of 2 to 4%, Recto said. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. signed on August 2 the order for government workers' salary increase and additional allowance, the Presidential Communications Office said Saturday. According to the PCO, Executive Secretary Lucas P. Pasamin signed Executive Order number 64 on behalf of Marcos. It also said the directive will take effect immediately upon publication in the official Gazette or in the newspaper of general circulation. Given the prevailing economic circumstances, including the erosion of purchasing power due to inflation, there is a need to update the salaries and benefits of government personnel in order to maintain a competent, committed, agile, and healthy workforce, thereby promoting social justice, integrity, and excellence, and ultimately translating to increased productivity and higher quality public service, the PCO quoted Marcos as saying. The wage hike schedule will apply to all civilian government personnel in the executive, legislative, and judicial branches, constitutional commissions, and other constitutional offices. Government-owned or controlled corporation not covered by Republic Act 10149 or the GOCC Governance Act of 2011 and EO number 150 since 2021, and the local government units are also covered by EO 64. The salary increase will be implemented in 4 tranches, the first tranche on January 1, 2024, retroactive, the second tranche on January 1, 2025, the third tranche on January 1, 2026, and the fourth tranche on January 1, 2027. The Department of Budget and Management earlier said qualified government employees will get the first 2 of the 4 tranche wage hike starting 2025. EO 64 also grants qualified government employees medical allowance of 7,000 pesos per annum as a subsidy to avail health maintenance organization type benefits. The pilot tasked the DBM with issuing the guidelines necessary for the implementation of specific provisions of EO 64. And Budget Secretary Amanda Pagadaman on Saturday ordered the swift issuance of guidelines for the salary adjustments of government workers. This was after President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. on Friday signed Executive Order EO 64, which grants a salary increase and medical allowance to government employees. I already instructed our concerned DBM, Department of Budget and Management officials to swiftly complete the guidelines for the approved salary increase, Pagadaman said in a statement. We will rush to implement the guidelines so that government employees will see their first round of salary increases this 2024, she added. Pagadaman said approximately 36 billion pesos from the miscellaneous personal benefits fund under the 2024 General Appropriations Act would be allotted for the implementation of the first tranche of salary increase. She added that the DBM has earmarked around 70 billion pesos under the 2025 MBPF to cover the additional cost requirements for both first and second tranches. Pagadaman said the first tranche of salary increase would be retroactively given to government personnel this year. The second, third, and fourth tranches will be implemented on January 1 of 2025, 2026, and 2027 respectively. The increase this year and next year is already secure, Pagadaman said. The computation for our initial tranche is retroactive to January 1, 2024, so there would be salary differential or back pay, she added. Pagadaman expressed gratitude to Marcos for making her dream to increase government worker salaries finally become a reality. Government workers will also receive 7,000 pesos worth of medical allowance annually beginning 2025, according to EO 64. Alright, it is now 6:15 in the evening and we will have more headlines coming up right here on koolNews at 6, so stick around, we will be right back. Welcome back to koolNews at 6. Let's continue with the headlines. The Department of Justice DOJ commitment to conduct forensic investigations on deceased persons deprived of liberty (PDLs) demonstrates a dedication to protecting and upholding inmates' rights, the Commission on Rights said on Saturday. The CHR was referring to a declaration of cooperation signed by Justice Secretary Justice Crispin Remulla aimed at enhancing procedures for investigating custodial deaths of inmates. It was also signed by the University of the Philippines, UP College of Medicine, and the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime. We welcome this commitment as it demonstrates our desire to take all necessary steps to protect and uphold the rights of PDLs. We also acknowledge Justice Remulla's initiative to signify this declaration of cooperation to institutionalize investigation in cases of custodial death of prisoners, the CHR statement read. Under the Declaration of Cooperation, the DOJ will ensure that deceased inmates from prisons in Metro Manila, as well as from the Correctional Institution for Women, will be promptly transported to the UP College of Medicine for an autopsy. Pathologists from the university will perform the autopsies according to international standards, with technical assistance and support from the UNOTC. The CHR welcomed the development, reaffirming its steadfast commitment to protecting the rights of everyone, including those who are in conflict with the law. Ensuring that the deaths of PDLs are truly investigated aligns with the broader goal of safeguarding human rights and upholding justice, he added. Davao Region Police Chief Brigadier General Nicolas Torre III said implementing the 3-minute police response time here would greatly boost the efficiency of the city's emergency 911. Torres' comment came after the Davao City Mayor Bastian Duterte, still outraged by the reassignment of 90 police station commanders here without his consent, slammed the Davao Region Police Chief's PAD project and even threatened to slap the police general. Duterte, in his program, Basta Dabawenyo, said Torres' 3-minute police rule did not make any difference in Davao City. He has already been here a month. What has his 3-minute response done? Does it make much of a difference? The mayor asked in Cebuano. But Torres said that a fast police response time would perfectly complement the city's emergency 911 and will further boost the city's efficiency in responding to both man-made and natural calamities. What's the use of a quick emergency 911 if a police can't be there on time? Torre asked. I think the mayor is just misinformed. Despite what the mayor already said, the police will continue to give the best service it can give to the city, Torres said in an interview with reporters. He also said that if the mayor wanted it, he could even upgrade the police response time from the 3 minutes he implemented in Quezon City to 2 minutes to 2:45 minutes, which would make Davao City even the fastest responding police unit in the country. Torre, however, is still currently activating the Police Integrated Command Control Center, IC3, a 10 million peso project in Camp Quindin, Marasido, here, which had not been used since it was turned over to the command in January this year because the station's commanders whom he has reassigned did not want to use because it would mean additional work for them, according to Torre. With the use of gadgets and body cameras worn by responding policemen, the command control center, through its numerous LCD screens and computers, will be able to monitor in real time what's going on in the ground during emergencies. He said he had been meeting the city's new station commanders to train them how to use the radio and other police gadgets that enable them to easily connect with other policemen in as far as remote Takui, Bato, and Manilog districts here and any part of the country. He said he was surprised that police station commanders seemed reluctant to use the best that the digital age had to offer to improve police service to the community. To recall, Davao City Emergency 911 was a legacy of former President Rodrigo Duterte, former of the incumbent mayor. The older Duterte also served as the city's chief executive before his children took the helm when he became president. Torre assumed his post on June 16 here, replacing Brigadier General Angre Martinez, who was relieved after barely 50 days in his post. Martinez relief came 3 days after the June 10 police operation that failed to arrest Pastor Apollo Kipuloy, who is facing charges of child abuse, sexual abuse, and human trafficking in Davao City and Pasig City Court, but continued to evade arrest. Kipuloy, founder of the religious sect Kingdom of Jesus Christ, has been a close friend and supporter of former President Duterte, whom the sect leader assigned as administrator of his properties. Torre, however, said the arrest of Kipuloy was not in his focus right now. The appeal for the release of the 17 Filipino crew members of the Houthi seized MV Galaxy leader in Yemen, especially the 3 who were hospitalized and are exhibiting malaria symptoms, are in the works, the Department of Migrant Workers DMW said. During the Saturday news forum in Quezon City, DMW Secretary Hans Leo Katak said the 3 sick sailors are currently in a hospital, while the other 14 are still on board the vessel. As far as we know, they are safe. They are being fed and given their basic necessities on board the ship, he said, reporting the same for the 3 other hospitalized crew. On the immediate release of the 3, he said it is something that is still in the works. The Department of Foreign Affairs has reached out to the governments that have communication channels with the Houthi rebels, and so we, of course, are relying and coordinating with the DFA in terms of the information, Katak said. The DFA earlier informed President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. about the condition of the 3. It confirmed that the Sana'a government in Yemen has provided necessary medical assistance. Honorary Consul to Yemen Mohammad Saleh Al-Jamal had also sought the assistance from Sana'a authorities for the release of the Filipino crew members, citing humanitarian reasons because of their declining health. A planned visit by Al-Jamal on board MV Galaxy leader is also being worked out, the first since he was allowed to board about 3 months ago. Sana'a, whose authorities control the Houthis, is the capital and the largest city of Yemen. Based on a DFA memorandum dated July 30, the Sana'a government affirmed that negotiations and discussions are possible for their fate and possible release. The Houthi hijacked the Bahamas flag MV Galaxy leader near Hodeida in November 2023 while it was sailing for India and held hostage its 25 crew members, 17 of whom are Filipino nationals. The group has since launched numerous drone and missile attacks on ships, visiting the crucial shipping channels of the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden. The Houthi rebels, they are making a statement with respect to the support to the Palestinians in Gaza. So we believe that this is related to the ongoing conflict in Gaza, Katak said. In the other news, the 3 Filipino crew members of MSC Aris, which Iran seized in the Strait of Hormuz last April 13, safely returned to the Philippines on August 1. According to Migrant Workers Secretary Hans Leo Katak, their homecoming was made possible through the collaborative efforts of the Department of Foreign Affairs, the container ship owner, and the Iranian government. The 3 who remain on the MSC Aris, which was seized by the Iranian Revolutionary Guards in the Strait of Hormuz, have now returned home, he said at the Saturday news forum in Quezon City. We are thankful to the DFA, the ship owner, of course, for allowing them to return home, and even the Iranian government for their help, he also said, adding that the crew member arrived in the country last Thursday. 25 seafarers were on board MSC Aris. 4 of them were Filipinos, while the rest were Russians, Indians, Pakistanis, and Estonians. 1 of the 4 Filipinos already returned to the country last May due to illness. Still loading. There we go. Interior and Local Government Secretary Benhur Abalos Jr. ordered the Philippine National Police to coordinate with the Armed Forces of the Philippines to catch the suspects in the killing of Sart O.P. Manguindano del Sur Vice Mayor Roldan Benito and his bodyguard. Abalos vowed that authorities will leave no stone unturned until they have arrested the perpetrators and unmasked the masterminds. Abalos also expressed his sympathies to the families of Benito and Gwen Marcos, the Vice Mayor's bodyguard. I express my deepest sympathies and prayers for the family of Vice Mayor Benito and Gwen Marcos, he said in a statement Saturday. We also appeal to the public to contact the authorities if they have any information that can help resolve this case quickly, he added. Benito, his wife, and 2 children and Marcos were on the way home in Barangay Pantan, sort of UP, at around 5 p.m. on Friday when attacked by unidentified gunmen. Benito was driving the pickup truck. Benito and Marcos died while the Vice Mayor's wife, Annalyn, who was the chief of Pantan Village, and their 2 minor children were wounded. Authorities said the suspects fled to unknown direction after the ambushed sleigh. A 64-year-old motorcycle rider died after his vehicle collided with a truck in Candaria town in Quezon Province on Friday. The Quezon police said in a report released Saturday, August 3, that Terodolo Arsadon was driving his motorcycle when he collided with an Isuru aluminum clothes van driven by Jason Dador. The van was coming from the opposite direction in the section of the Candelaria San Juan Patagas Road in Barangay Santa Catalina Sur. The incident happened at 5:45 p.m. Due to the strong impact of the collision, Arsadon died on the spot from fatal head and body injuries. Because the police report did not state whether or not the fatality was wearing a crash helmet. Wearing crash helmets for riders of two-wheel motorized vehicles is required under the Motorcycle Helmet Act of 2009. Dadar, who was unhurt, remained under police custody as the investigation continued. However, the concerned parties were open to an impeccable settlement, according to Quezon Police. Authorities here have identified a person of interest behind the death of a sales lady who was found naked and lifeless inside her rented house in Sito Laguna, Barangay Bulacaw, Cebu City on Friday afternoon, August 2. The man is believed to have a link to the death of 27-year-old Charina Pari Relativo. Relativo's lifeless body was found inside her rented room in Barangay Bulacaw at around 12:30 p.m. on Friday. She was naked and her hair was burned due to the fire from the wood-stand stove. The victim's common-law partner, John G. Gavola, left to go to work at around 7 a.m. on Friday, while Relativo was still asleep. At around 10 a.m., Gavola asked his friend to check on Relativo as she wouldn't answer his messages. His friend, Antonio Abalala, went to the house and found Abalala's body at 12:30 p.m. Relativo was found naked with her hair burned due to the fire from the butan stove. Because of the victim's lack of clothes when found, law enforcement believe that she was possibly raped. Only a few hours later, 27-year-old Darren Alderson Tejano Cui has been identified as a possible person of interest in Relativo's murder. Police in the report also disclosed that there are no signs of injury or any injuries indicative of violence or sexual assault based on the initial investigation. As of this writing, in Nayawan, police are conducting a hot pursuit operation and follow-up investigation on the incident. Moreover, they are waiting for the result of the autopsy on the victim's cadaver to determine the cause of her death. Again, Acting Mayor Raymond Alvin Garcia called for heightened police visibility in response to the recent surge in shootings and crime in Cebu. He reiterated his ongoing directive, which is to combat criminality, where he expressed optimism about the police approach. Prevention is better than cure. Despite existing police efforts, he acknowledged that isolated incidents of violence may still occur. The agency of this situation came following the incidents that happened on August 2, when two separate shooting incidents occurred in different barangays of Cebu City. In the morning, a shooting took place in City of Taclan, Barangay Derejo, and later that day, a senior citizen was fatally shot in Barangay Mampaling by two unidentified gunmen. Garcia stated that there should be no reason for the police force to fail in their fight against criminality, given the city's support and provision of necessary equipment. Excuse me again. We are supporting our police, so there's no reason we cannot fight criminality, he said. On July 12th, the Cebu City government provided resources to the Cebu City Police Office in a bid to boost their law enforcement capabilities. They received 8 new patrol cars, 56 assault rifles, and 4 sniper rifles. Previously, CCPO reported a significant decrease in crime rates. From January 1 to May 13, 2024, the number of recorded crime incidents dropped by 83.08% compared to the same period in 2023. The total number of crimes decreased from 33,333 incidents in 2023 to 2,769 in 2024. The data showed 154 deaths, 64 physical injury incidents, 14 robberies, 24 murders, 17 rapes, 10 carnapping incidents, and 4 homicides from January to May 30, 2024. Crimes against persons deceased decreased from 123 incidents last year to 109 this year, while crimes against property fell from 225 to 204. Additionally, there was a 37.5% decrease in vehicular or traffic incidents, with 660 recorded this year compared to 1,056 incidents in the same period last year. Excuse me. Okay, it is now almost 6:43, and it is now 6:43 in the evening, and we will now be covering into entertainment and sports coming up right here on koolNews at 6. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back.